What up, Dokkanners? We are coming up on the big reveal, the producer's letter video live stream broadcast that's going to be taking place in Japan tonight. We are going to be getting a live stream on the global side as well. This will be giving us the information that we need to know about the upcoming celebration and maybe a little bit more on top of that. So if you want to know what time exactly it's going to be dropping for you in your time zone, click the link to this stream in the description down below. I will link it down there. It'll show you down here on the bottom left. For me, it'll be starting in 14 hours, under 14 hours, October 24th at 10 p.m. I will be going live on the channel probably an hour or so before, so that we can check out, or not really check anything out, just hang out, do some Dokkanning, and wait for the big reveal. So today, this is just a final predictions video slash kind of, gathering ourselves on what we know and what we don't know. So let's start with what we know versus what we don't know. The what we know part is that this campaign is coming to an end in about 5 days because the stone sales end on the 29th at 8 a.m., which is basically the start of the JP's next login. And the missions for this one goes away on the 30th. The summons go away on the 30th as it becomes a no, it is the 30th. Yeah. So all signs point to a new banner starting in like 5 days. So that's what we do know. And then also the Halloween campaign. I never talked about this. There's really nothing in here that will contribute. I mean, actually, you know what? This could have a little bit of a clue as to when the next celebration could be happening parallel to this one, because November, the month of November, is generally kind of tricky. So last year what we did was we had the Halloween banner on global, which is kind of like a little extra banner just for us, global players to catch up and whatnot. And yeah, it was still a little confusing. And normally in November, we also have the Heroes celebration, right? But the Heroes celebration now is coming to an end in the conventional sense. It is not going to be releasing newer characters. So without a new banner and a new character or characters, does that mean that this celebration would even constitute a parallel one? Because this would be happening alongside the November Dokkan Festival, somewhat. It sort of, it has a little bit of a cross section, like halfway through the November Dokkan Festival, the Heroes thing starts. So that's why I'm saying with this Halloween campaign, there could be something else starting around here, and it could be Heroes. It could potentially be Heroes, or it could be Divers, or it could be some sort of crossover campaign. Maybe it's not necessarily Divers. Maybe it's just a celebration of crossover stuff. Maybe Gekishin works its way in. Maybe Fighters comes back. I mean, Fighters has a new update. They've sort of, brought Fighters back from the dead. So there could be more than just the conventional hero stuff. I think we can still very much expect the Heroes EZAs to be there, because that is still going to continue, as they've said explicitly. But as far as what else is going to be there, that remains to be seen. And this could be a clue for that. And that's about it. Oh, and then we also have an announcement. We got this a few days ago. Upcoming maintenance. So Tuesday, October 28th, from 7 p.m. So that's 2 hours after Global's daily reset on that day for 6 hours. This is a big one because this is going to be the implementation of update 5.3 So JP already had this. Global will be getting it next. And this will finalize the end of the reversal. So if you are still trying to prepare for this big change, take the time to mark your characters. Some characters that have the markings, you'll be able to easily differentiate between the ones that you have maybe max link leveled, maybe the ones that you don't want to sell or get rid of or whatever. So you have about a week, actually less than that. You have about 4 days. So take that time to organize your box and do whatever you got to do to make sure that you don't inadvertently, once everything gets awakened and you have like a bunch of copies, don't sell or maybe Baba or whatever the wrong unit. That's the worst thing you could do. That's of course if you want to do that. If you don't even want to, then it doesn't matter. So that will be happening on the 28th. And then after that, so I'm wondering, actually, wait, no, that would be going into the 29th. No, that's fine. So after this, there will be a data download. So JP will likely already have the data download for the upcoming unit, probably around this time. And then Global's data download will happen closer to the end of this. And that would be going into the 29th morning, or maybe not. No, probably not. Since this celebration doesn't end until the 30th. Yeah, maybe this will just be a separate thing. Maybe this will be its own thing, and then the extra data download for like the new characters will happen the day after. We'll see. So this is all the stuff that we know, and so now let's venture into the unknown a little bit. So I put together a little checklist for things that we're kind of looking out for this upcoming broadcast. So obviously the number one thing, new units. Is it going to be a singular unit or is it going to be multiple? That is a reasonable assumption to question because Dokkan is the king of being unpredictable. It doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter how stupid my idea is. Everything is possible because they have done weirder things in the past. So the recent example that we've talked about before was the Beast Gohan and Orange Piccolo New Year's Dual Dokkan Festival LRs. We've had Dual Dokkan Festival TURs before, but having Dual Dokkan Festival LRs was a bit of a surprise for both Global and JP. That too, it was simultaneous. So this was an even more special and auspicious celebration. Unfortunately, it kind of fell flat with the whole Beastless Gohan controversy, but still, it was a pretty big deal. Could this come back? And could this come back even earlier? Maybe they want to keep the TUR Dual Dokkan Festival thing in the new year. And, you know, with this new update where they want to make only the non-marquee celebration banners pities, maybe they don't want this one to be a pity. Maybe they want this one to be something more high profile just so that they have an excuse not to do the pity system to make y'all spend more money. If we think of it from a cynical approach like that, it kind of makes sense. Would they do another set of LRs though? I'm not so sure. So I think Dual Dokkan Festival TURs is definitely possible. I feel like LRs might be a little bit less likely, but it's still possible. Actually, wait, no, that could work. Yeah, because the month of November would give us, like, let's just say, for example, it is Dual Dokkan Festival LRs. We get 2 new LRs. There's not going to be a part 2 unless they change course. And if they were to do a part 2, then it would be, I mean, that would be kind of crazy. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong timeline. That would be kind of nuts because, well, no, it would work, yeah. Because this is not a carnival unit. I'm so used to thinking that LRs with a 200% lead are carnival units. This is actually a yellow coin LR. So we could get, I mean, we could go almost back to back, you know, like LR releases / carnival LR part 2s. I guess that's possible. And you know what? They want to make money, so I could totally see them doing that. So yeah, that's one of the things that we're looking out for. Halloween cash grab banner. This one I'm not so sure about since now the Global and JP are fully in sync. I don't know if we'll necessarily get something, but there's always a chance because they did the whole Black Friday thing. So they could very easily do something here. Not necessarily the Roshi. I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying like for Halloween, right? Like we've already started the Halloween festivities with the Yamcha and all that stuff. So maybe they throw in something else like a cash grab banner where maybe the Saiyan Day units are now obtainable for the first time in a while. So that could potentially happen. Additional information on the new battle system. Let's not forget that at the end of the day, this is still a JP fan meetup. So we're going to be, I think, probably watching it as they get to the good stuff at the end. But during the day, it would still be like a regular, you know, mini Dokkan convention, or at least some, you know, some of the time will be some exclusive stuff for the in-venue audience. So at the end of it, when they go through all this, could they give us some information on the new battle system? Maybe. And if they do, it would be nice because it would then allow those of you who did not attend Community Fest, which is almost everybody except for 150 people or whatever, it would give you guys a chance to actually see it. We've talked about it and we've described it, but you haven't been able to see it. So I think it would be nice to let people see a little bit of a glimpse into what it's going to look like. It could instill some hype and bring more eyes to Dokkan as we lead into the 11th anniversary, at which point this will probably be implemented. I forgot what they said, what their plan was for the trajectory. I think it was 11th anniversary, could be later. Heroes campaign plans, we talked about that. And then of course 11th anniversary hints. This one I feel like is the least likely, simply because there's going to be another Community Fest happening in Japan in December. And I think that one will more likely be the 11th anniversary stuff. I think that there's enough here to be exciting. But in order for it to be exciting, it can't just be like, let's just say we do get Heroes stuff, right? Let's just say they do talk about the battle system. Let's just say that there's even a cash grab banner. I feel like all of this will be far less of a enjoyable announcement if the new units are not hype. So this leads into the ultimate question for the video. Who the heck are they going to be revealing for the November Dokkan Festival slot? And that is a very good question, because the answer is, I don't know. Apparently, they have done a very good job of keeping a tight lid on the situation that we really have no inkling as to what the unit could potentially be. The only thing that we have, and I talked about this when the Union Master event came out, was the Union Master event itself, with the transformation boost category being involved in the mission. This event released on the 23rd, so a character releasing soon around this time, either before or after, could, you know, maintain that relevance, right? You have a mission where you have to clear with 5 transformation boosts. Oh man, I don't have enough. Well, you know what? Let me summon on this new banner and get a character with transformation boost. That's basically the idea. Like, you summon in Dokkan to do the content. You do the content, and if you can't do all the content, you summon more in Dokkan, right? It goes back and forth. So the missions should have something to do with newer characters. That being said, maybe we do, maybe we don't, because again, I just assumed, and I made sense of a pattern. I've activated Dokkan's trap card. They could very easily troll us, but this is all that we've got. So basically what I'm trying to say is anyone's guess is a good one. But I'll tell you this, obviously, y'all know I got the major Daima cope, right? Everyone knows I want Daima. I don't want Daima unless they're going to be surprising us with dual Dokkan Festival LRs. If they do dual Dokkan Festival LRs, I'm okay with Daima. The worst thing that could happen, actually, well, no, maybe not. Maybe it's not the worst thing. But the scenario that I don't want with Daima would be a dual TUR or even a singular TUR with Daima. If it is going to be that, though, if it is going to be some version of Daima and it's a TUR, don't let it be Ultra Vegeta 1, y'all know what I'm talking about, or Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Neither of those. If you want to do a Daima mini Super Saiyan 3 Goku, that's fine. If you want to do a Goma, that's fine. Actually, well, that would kind of suck because he's the main villain, so I would prefer not. But if it's something else, you know, along those lines, that's okay. I want the first true Daima celebration where it's featuring marquee premium top tier LRs. I need it to be Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and Goma. At least, maybe one more if we want to get fancy with it. But that's what I want, right? So Daima's definitely in my list of wishes. You know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. Tunes wish list. What the hell? Oh, right. All right. So let's do that right there. Okay. What the hell? There we go. All right. Tunes wish list. 1. Daima. That would be dual LR Saiyans. All right. It could be dual TUR anyone but Ultra Vegeta 1 and Super Saiyan 4. Okay. It could be, if it's a singular, it could be any mini form is cool. Hands, that would not be box office. Okay, so whatever we're thinking, not only does it have to be hype, but it has to be something that an in-person audience would appreciate. Nobody is gonna care if it's Pansy. All right, I'm sorry to the 3 Pansy fans out there. No one's gonna care. So it can't be Pansy. I think that's enough. I think we've pretty much covered it. Okay, so next. Now, I can't even put Zarbon because as much as I love Zarbon, nobody's gonna want that. So it's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. Like, I can't even do the joke in the video. Nah, screw it. I'm gonna do the joke. It's gonna be Zarbon. All right, shut up. Okay. So after that, so here's what I'm thinking now. So let's go into the transformation boost category and let's take a look, because I don't know why, and call me crazy, but I've had this weird feeling in my gut ever since I saw transformation boost. I've got this very weird feeling. And I first of all just want to see if he's in here, because he should be, because it's a transformation, right? Oh, he's not in here. Okay, so wait, why isn't he in here? Because he transforms, right? Well, I guess he fuses. That doesn't count. So the unit that I was thinking of was the Namek. This guy. Is that not a transformation? All right, whatever. I was kind of thinking Piccolo would go into the Namek form, but I guess this kind of disproves it. So never mind to that theory. That was what I was thinking. Okay, so looking through the transformation boosts, I mean, it's anyone going to a different form in their, you know, in their build, right? So Goku going Super Saiyan, Broly going Legendary Super Saiyan, anything like that. So if we were to take one of the characters from this, what could we get? You know, a Gohan going from Super Saiyan 1 to Super Saiyan 2 while we're on the subject of Android Cell Saga. I'm not saying it should be that, but I'd be okay with it. Wow, you know what? Now that I think about it, it's very difficult to not think Daima. The Daima brain rot, not brain rot, but the Daima cope is just so high right now. I can't think of a legitimate answer besides Daima and Zarbon. So I honestly think I'm just gonna have to leave it up to you guys because I am just flat out of ideas right now. Yeah, I mean, there's hero stuff. You could also consider maybe whatever happens during this upcoming celebration also holds some sort of connective tissue into heroes, because these heroes characters fit transformation boost. Maybe that transformation boost mission wasn't necessarily just for the upcoming banner, but maybe also for the hero celebration. This is not a mission that goes away, it's permanent, but it's coming out at a specific time. So maybe there could be some heroes crossover happening with the, well, not heroes, but whatever it is, like crossing over with this upcoming celebration. Cell cooler, yeah, I don't know, man. I can't figure it out. Yo, decide. You guys let me know what are some good ideas. I'll read your comments and I'll probably be like, oh, that one's pretty cool, that was pretty cool. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. Coming up tonight, man, it's gonna be exciting. I'm actually kind of hyped for this. It's been a little while since we've been pumped up over here in Dokkan, so I'm excited. I hope we get something good. I hope the unit is busted. Best thing for me is that it's a character that we've never had before. The unit is busted, and it will let people enjoy the content. And also, I hope they announce a good amount of content. I really do. They didn't do a whole lot of that, did they? They kind of did. Nah, they didn't. It was really the character that sold it. The amount of content that they announced during the community fest, I don't think was that much. It was okay. I don't think it was that much. So let's see if this can even match that. It probably won't, just because this is not Tanabata, this is not GDC, this is not Anniversary. This is on a separate tier below all of those. So I guess on the flip side, we should also factor in, you know, that we might need to just give ourselves a reality check. We might be kind of getting ahead of ourselves. Maybe this is all just going to be for a very simple, mild, singular TUR Dokkan Festival celebration featuring, I don't know. Oh, you know what? Final form Frieza. Yeah. What if it's a Frieza? Like, what if they do a Frieza from Namek Saga? That'd actually be pretty cool. What if we do like a final form Frieza TUR into a full power one? That's actually a great one. I just came up with that. I'm very proud of myself. So yeah, I'm done. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like down below. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on what to expect for the upcoming reveal. Will it be 1 unit? Will it be 2 units? Will it be TUR? Will it be LRs? What are your thoughts on what it could be? Realistic guesses. Give me some crazy guesses. Did I miss anything? I am kind of sleepy while making this, so let me know if I missed anything. And if I said any gibberish, also let me know in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future and click the notification bell so that you'll know you want to see more of myself do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned and ours to Dokkan responsibly.